Hello and good evening, and welcome from a very chilly Durban, South Africa. I'm your host today, psychic medium Priscilla Gendron, and welcome to Psychic Talk. It's been a solo journey tonight, so it's all about understanding ourselves, who we are as people, and where we're going to from here. So opening up the floor later on to any kind of questions or things that people might find interesting, or if you just want to know something about what's coming up for you in the future. So please feel free to pop any comments in the chat box and I will attempt to answer them. So welcome everybody. I see we have some people on already. Hi Suki, welcome. Suki's on and Rose is on as well. Hi Rose, welcome. Right, so the topic today is all about what it is like for us as psychic mediums and the journey we're going through at the moment. A lot of people who are very, very spiritual have been going through a really tough time, not just in the last year and a half, but mostly for this year as well, with all the planetary changes and the shifting of the energies. A lot of spiritual people have been really hit very hard, and also with their health and things like that. So it's been a very, very interesting journey with all the people that I've been communicating with and the things that have been going on with them and their bodies. Certainly mine, I've had to put a lot of makeup on today because my face is very, very red. So I've had to put a lot of makeup on. So I'll have to be scrubbing it tonight before I go to bed. And it's all to do with the shifting and the changing of the energies. So pop in the box if there's anything that you wanted to talk about or share. Suki and Rose, if you'd like to make some comments, I'd love to hear from you guys. And it's, for me, feels as if the journey we're on at the moment is, I almost feel like it's kind of like easy, but it's also incredibly hard. It's easy in the sense that we know where we're going, but it's a hard road to get there. We have had to have a lot of changes in our lives. And I think that from, I would say about August onwards, I see a huge shift and change in the energy of the universe. And definitely in terms of everything that's going on with the world around us. So I feel as if there is a big energy spike and change coming at the moment, and it's about us allowing ourselves to receive. We've had this need to sort of really be more intense and to really just cocoon ourselves in a sense. So what the universe is really giving us is saying it's now, let us receive. Allow others to give you the loving care that you need. Receive, and also to receive it without guilt and apologies, because this is the time for us to really sort of take charge of our lives going forward. And that's going to be important for everybody. It's also about learning to really trust your instincts. And I feel as if a lot of us are not trusting our gut and trusting our gut instincts. So it's about saying, yes, your intuition is correct. Just take action according to how you feel and go with the flow and motion of what's going on in the life. And it's also now a perfect time to sort of really say, you know what, I'm going to take the bull by the horns and I'm going to really dive into the project or path or journey that I want to take and really embrace it with my heart's desire. And I think that's what's important for us going forward over the next 6 months. And Rose, I see you also joining me with the red face. Yeah, I've had it for about 2 weeks now. I've had this red allergy on my face, and my eyes have been swollen, and it looks as if I've, been punched. But it's been quite an interesting journey to, the irritation. It's the irritation. Stuff is coming to the surface. Um, and something hit me today in terms of why I felt like I was having this. Um, and it's like we're having to face things and take things at face value. And I think that's why that redness is it's the irritation, everything sort of coming to the surface. So maybe that's also things for you. It's also maybe about you watching your thoughts, and it's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear, because that in itself can become an irritation and come out into different ways. So definitely, yeah, I also thought it was the sunburn, and everybody asked me, oh, have you been in the sun? I'm like, nope. I've been hiding under the duvet with this rash. But I didn't intend to talk about my rash all that. Right. Does Rose or Suki have any questions for me or any things? And I'm going to do some cards or just draw some cards, and we'll see if there's any messages from Spirit. Let's see. Right. Right. Rose, I feel as if you're sort of going through a bit of a contemplation time for yourself at the moment. So it's really about you meditating about what you really want and you desire, because I think that there are some changes coming up for you, which are going to be very, very positive. So you need to just sort of jump in and really take the bull by the horns kind of thing. And then I also see that you maybe haven't been getting out and about as much as you wanted to. So it's about taking some time to share a cup of tea with friends or spending time with family, besides the obligatory kind of time, but just carving out some really special time with friends and family. I think that's important going forward. We always tend to forget to have those beautiful moments that we need. And then also see that there is new avenues of abundance coming for you as well. So it's going to be quite an exciting time. And there's going to be quite a few opportunities coming up for you as well. So just look out for those, because those are going to really jump in at the last minute without you realizing it. So it's important to take the bull by the horns and just go for it. So I'm feeling like the next 6 months is going to be really, really good for you. So just enjoy the process. You're going to find like there's going to be a lot of synchronicities happening around you as well. So like look out for all those little synchronistic events and people saying the same things or asking the same kind of questions and things like that. So, and that's going to just help to increase the flow of where you're going kind of thing. So I hope that has helped you along the way. Right. So I know Suki and I talk all the time, and she's the one that I go to when I need to have somebody to talk to. So now the shoe's on the other foot, Suki. Do you have any questions? Right. I'm going to just take some cards for Suki. Okay. Hi, Jocelyn. Welcome. Right. Okay. So what I'm looking at is, this is for Suki. I do get a sense of you're just being able to find what you're really looking for. You kind of, in a sense, have to detach yourself from the situation. And I know that you're going through a lot of processes at the moment in your evolution and development of your gifts. And it kind of almost feels like you've got to get out of your own way in order for you to find what you're looking for. So it's it's got to go back to innocence in a sense. So there's got to be some kind of innocence to where you are and the journey that you're going to be taking. And it is almost in a sense like a purity of spirit. So you're going to see it through the eyes of a child almost, even though the eyes of that child is very ancient and learned. You've got to take on that excitement and bewilderment of the child and detach from that situation a little bit and look at it from another aspect. And I get a sense that once you do that, everything will just fall into place and it'll just kind of open up and be completely where it needs to be. It will just like everything will just go boom, 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 fall into place. And you've got to also learn to just really trust and honor your feelings, because sometimes we doubt ourselves and the journey that we're going on. So it's really saying, take that time, really just appreciate the gifts that you have and this incredible new journey that you're going to be going on, and just honor and trust your process and feelings through that, and know that it's going to be an amazing journey for you. So I'm glad I can be along for the ride as well. So it's going to be a really, really good time for you. So enjoy it. So I see there's some more people have joined on. Hi, Jocelyn, welcome. Hi, Francoise, welcome. And hello, Anita, welcome as well. It's good to all have you on board. Right, so you can put your comments and questions in the chat. So if you want to ask me any questions, please feel free to just pop them into the comment section and I will endeavor to answer them for you. Does Rose or Suki want some clarification of what I've just said to them? Right, so then I will move on. Jocelyn, is there anything specific that you wanted to ask or query about? Right, okay. Hi, Anita. I hope you're enjoying your confinement. Right. Okay. So I'm taking some cards for Jocelyn. Okay. I kind of almost feel as if you've had a little bit of a setback or knock in your energy. And I kind of feel like you need to have some renewed faith in yourself, like you need to believe in yourself again, or, get back your mojo in a sense. So for me, it feels like there definitely is some positive changes for you, but there are also some big decisions that you have to be making going forward. I see that there is almost like a hello and a goodbye. So it's like you'll see that these changes are going to make a really big difference in your life. So you're going to have to say hello to a lot of new things, but also a goodbye to a lot of things as well. And maybe that's why I'm getting this hello and goodbye. So, okay. So I see you've put here, so my auntie ended our relationship a year ago, year and a half ago, and I was too codependent at the time and blocked me from all contact in practicing manifestation. Yeah, that's where it is. It's about hello and goodbye. You had to sever the ties because, maybe you were too codependent on her, and you have to now stand on your own 2 feet and do the things that you want. And I feel as if it's a difficult one, because it's kind of like you had to say goodbye to the past, and you have to let go of the connection, and you also have to then say hello to you, Jocelyn, as a person. And and to learn to believe in yourself again, and to build and have faith in yourself. And so I feel that it's going to take some time for her. I feel like she has to see that you can be independent and look after yourself and be strong. Because I feel as if she is being cruel to be kind, in a sense. And it's not easy because you have such a connection to her. It's been very, very difficult for you. So it's also about the family culture and how you were raised, and your attachment to her. She comes over as not just as an auntie, but I get so as a mother figure. Okay. So I feel as if you need to just give it some time. And I think you need to give yourself some time. But it doesn't matter if it's blood or not. The bond was still there. She treated you as if she was a mother figure to you. She took you on. Blood is thicker than water, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be blood related to be so connected. And I feel as if you have to find your own path and find your own way before she will then step back into your life. So you've got to show her that you are strong and independent, that you believe in yourself again, and that you have formed your own belief system about yourself and the path that you're going to follow. And I feel as if you are, it feels like you need to just take it one step at a time. And I feel like, you have to be able to heal the process and move on. So just give it some time. You are on the right track and changes are coming, and they're quite positive as well. So just keep going with them. Just keep going with the changes and keep implementing them in your life, because every step makes you stronger and makes her then see how you have changed in your life. So just keep going with that. So I hope that's given you an answer to your question. Yeah, and sometimes you do need to just heal from the situation as well, because sometimes we can't see the wood for the trees. So it's not important. But sometimes it's going to take more than a year and a half. Sometimes it's going to take 3 to 5 years. It just depends. The more you think about it, the more you're not challenging yourself to change and being emotionally independent and spiritual. So just keep going in that direction. It will eventually fall into place and it'll eventually make sense and things will turn around for you. So just keep going in the right direction. Sometimes it's not about our timing, it's about the universe's timing. And when the universe feels like it's when it's time, then the universe will open the doors for you. They're not showing me what it'll be like for you when you do meet up, because it hasn't been set in stone yet. So you need to just be patient. You're putting the cart before the horse. You need to fix you first, and you need to do the work that you need to do on yourself first before you can move forward. Okay. I wish you the best of luck with that. Okay. So, Anita, do you have any questions? And Francoise, do you have a question? Right, let's have a look. Okay. Right. Okay, so I'm going to do a card for Anita. Okay. And so I'm going to use the Archangel Oracle cards. And we can see what the messages are for Anita. Hope you're not feeling too claustrophobic in the hotel. Okay. Right. Okay. So, Anita, I get a sense of that you need to pay quite close attention to your thoughts and ideas that are coming into your life at the moment, because I think that you have to kind of like almost tear yourself in two, and it kind of feels like when you are ready, things will ease off. So don't try and force yourself to not feel the way you're feeling, being separate and away from family at this time. And treat yourself a little bit more compassion, because I feel like you can have that. And sometimes you can be hard on yourself. So just soften your heart with, in respect to the situation you're in at the moment, and all the people involved, including yourself, really help you to really just open up and find the peace that you're looking for. And just give your cares and worries to the angels and to the universe, because they always have a wonderful way of taking them and really just turning them around and just allowing them to heal. And they'll take any of the burdens from you. So you don't have to always carry it and be strong. I know you are an incredibly strong and amazing woman. So I would just say, just be a little bit more gentle with yourself. I think that's going to be what you need going forward. I do get a sense that the next 3 to 4 months are going to be quite intense for you, and they're going to require you to sort of really focus on planning for the future, like making very definitive plans about the route that your life and your family's life is going to take going forward in the next 3 to 5 years. So it's really sitting down and really figuring it out and making a mental choice and decision about things. But I think it's going to be easy. I feel like you know what you need to do. It's just the decision of having to do it and to be strong when doing it. So I do wish you, lots of love and light with that, because I know that it's going to be okay. So just keep going, just keep going in that direction. So I hope that's helped you, Anita. I'm sending you lots of love. Right, Francoise. Okay, let's have a look. Need update on financial side of things. C has decided to try and start his own business. Needs some confirmation that it's going to be successful. Okay, so let's have a look. So, right. Oh, the cards are all falling out. Right. Okay, so the one that I've got, one that like really just like fell out face up. And that's quite interesting. Okay, so it's saying that there is like, C is coming to the end of a cycle in his working career, and he's now in this crossroads of his path, and he needs to know whether to go left or right or forward or backwards. It feels as if he definitely is going to be able to take it and go forward, and quite rapidly as well. For me, it feels like he has earned a very, very good reputation where he is. And I do get a sense of there being the ocean connected to him. And for me, it feels as if there's going to be a continuation with that. The timing is right for him for a new venture, and it'll be a very, very happy outcome with very, very positive expectations. I think he's going to be surprised at how many people are going to come on board with this, and the doors are just going to suddenly open. He has worked very, very hard to achieve success for himself, and he will continue to do that. The doors will just continue to open for him. And the card that did fall out was the Angel of Peace, that brings new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. And that's the Shanti card. And that is always just good, that all the things that are going to happen for him going forward it's just going to be a lot easier. The path is paved with gold. So it's going to be a golden path for him. He's made the right connections where he is. He just needs to sever the ties of the past. Once he's done that, the doors are just going to swing open, no problem for him. And he'll be leading him, to his answered prayers, definitely. He needs to just use his intuition and to really listen to the steps and listen to his promptings from within, through his intuitions, his thoughts, his dreams, his gut instincts. He needs to really trust them now going forward. There are going to be two people that are going to be instrumental in helping him. One he already has connected with, and there is going to be a second person that's going to come in as well and join forces with him. And really that will catapult him into a whole new ball game. There does feel as if there is two countries, the UK and America, coming up around him. And there's going to be association and connections around that as well. So that's going to be like work done with them where he currently is. So he needs to just keep being positive and being strong. He has learned so much, and he's taken all the best knowledge that he's had over the last couple of years, and he can now turn it into the profitable gain that he needs going forward. So just know that he is going to be fine. So there's no worries there. It will be just a little bit of a transition over 3 months. So it'll be like August, September, October. And I feel like there's a little bit of a transition time. But once he's past October, everything is just doors are all going to open and it'll be fine. So he needs to just keep his head up and focus forward, and everything will be fine. Okay, so I hope that's answered your question. So yeah, and the finances are going to be fine because there'll be more than enough flowing into the pot with that. So he needs to just keep going. Okay, so any other questions? Please just pop them into the chat box. And okay, so Modi Live says, if you have space and energy, I'd also love some guidance. I'm now starting and to continue manifest something, and I'm wondering if I'm doing okay. Okay. I sometimes feel like you take yourself very seriously, and maybe sometimes you kind of go too deeply into something, and maybe it stops you from focusing on other things. It's kind of like you almost get a bit of tunnel vision. So it's kind of like you maybe have to sometimes pause in your journey and your spiritual evolution to just stop and take a breath, stop and pause. You have got a lot of things going forward, okay? And I kind of get a sense that your energy is very heightened at this time. And I feel as if everything, it's kind of like you've got this tunnel vision, but you kind of like hyper, and you're kind of looking around at everything and everyone, and you're just kind of absorbing and drawing and everything. And you have to just stop and breathe. You just have to stop and breathe. Sometimes it can be too much. It's like you're hyperventilating spiritually. So you need to just stop, meditate, quiet time alone, deep breathing, connecting to the earth. That's what's going to be important. You also have a very strong connection to animals and the earth. And so you have to keep yourself grounded, because I feel like you're not grounded at the moment. Okay? So you really need to keep yourself grounded. And then you're going to be able to access the Akashic records of your life and the path that you need to follow. So, but just take time. Don't try and read the whole library in one day, okay? A library takes a lifetime to read and to understand. So just take it one step at a time. You've got more than enough time and energy and passion and drive to do all the things that you want. And you also will be able to develop yourself a lot more spiritually. and you have this ability to help other people as well, but help yourself first, because you cannot pour from an empty vessel. So you make sure that you are full and that you are satisfied first within your own spiritual journey before you help others, because you have that tendency to be able to just want to help everybody, because you can see their pain and their suffering, but help yourself first. And once you've done that, then everything will fall into place. All your spiritual gifts will enhance, and even your divine life mission will suddenly just be there. And you'll go, that's it, it just, you kind of, sometimes you can't believe yourself and you think, oh my goodness, what's happening? How did this happen to me? So just keep going in the direction you're going in, because you are going to be fine. So just take some time to heal you and make sure that you are perfectly fine, mind, body, soul, before taking the next step in your spiritual evolution and journey. Okay, so Modi Love, I hope that's helped you. You're on an amazing journey, and it's kind of like you've been strapped into it's kind of like you've been strapped into this roller coaster ride, and you just got to strap yourself in and enjoy the ride. It's going to be an amazing one. So I hope that helps. Okay, and Francis says, love that answer, thank you. No, you're very welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go to Rose. She's asked a question. I'll be changing direction in the work that I do, or will my focus change completely? I think that you'll stay within the work that you're doing, but you're going to change the direction it's going to go in. So it is about adding things to the journey that you're taking. So it's fortifying what you already have and taking it in a completely different direction, which could, in a sense, change your focus slightly in the direction you're going in. But you will still be using all the tools that you have and currently have, and still will attain going forward. So just keep going in that direction, because you really will have success going forward. Okay, so I hope that answered your question, Rose. Okay, so, and then Jocelyn asked me, can you tell me please who was my red Noah's Ark blanket and white blanket made? My aunt. I don't do lost and found, but I feel like it is, I don't know, it's saying to me ancestral, so it's in a family home. So look within the family. So for me, it feels like it's within the family. So just keep going, keep going with that. Yeah, that's true, Rose. It is baby steps, but you're going in the right direction. So just keep going, and I just feel as if there is, yeah, it is baby steps, but I feel like the steps are going to get bigger. So you're going to have to put your big girl boots on and start taking bigger steps. Okay, so I know it's going to be awesome for you. Right. Any other questions going forward? Right, let's have a look here. Long time I saw the blankets. What's it? Was 8th grade when we had. Yeah, I kind of almost feel like it's within the family. So look within the family situation. So it's somewhere in a family home. So right. And Suki, I don't know if you were sleeping earlier on. I did send you a whole message at the beginning. I really do see some wonderful things coming for you at the moment. And I feel as if your journey with Amber is going to completely just blow you and everybody else's mind. And I get a sense of it being almost as if you are accessing the ancient Akashic records of Amber, and of yourself and your connection to each other from a past life and past connection. So that's going to be quite an interesting journey for you. And she's going to now turn you into a teacher, a spiritual teacher, so that you can actually impart the knowledge and the wisdom of the ancient ones, and allow you to take things to the next level. So she's got a big job ahead for you, and she's going to be using your voice and you as her conduit going forward. So it's going to be quite an interesting journey for you, and you're going to have a lot of wonderful interactions with a lot of amazing people all over the world. There is, weirdly enough, something about a Russia connection or something coming up with Russia. So I don't know where that's coming from, but good luck with that. And then there's also just a lot of amazing people and connections coming up around you. There's going to be a lot of new friendships starting up through this connection to Amber. So that's going to be quite good for you going forward. So just enjoy the process and listen to the beginning of this video. Right. Then Jocelyn, she asked, is it possible to manifest within 24 hours? Well, manifestation, and especially now in this world, we definitely have a shorter time span in which we now can manifest what we want. Whereas years ago, 10 years ago, it would take us for forever to manifest our desires and manifest what we wanted in our lives. Now, over the last 18 months to 2 years, the manifestation time is almost instantaneous. If you will it, it will happen. So I always say, be careful what you wish for, because you'll get it. So if you want to have something specific, be point specific about what you want and manifest it. Put it out into the universe as if it's already occurred, and wait for the miracle to happen. It will happen for your highest good. So it's not about, I want £1 million, or I want $1 million, or £1 million. It's more about the spiritual evolutional journey that we're taking and sending us in the right direction. So Jocelyn, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, go ahead and manifest it. It will come out as it's meant to for your highest good. So it might not be exactly word for word as you want it, but it'll certainly come out as you will. It's intended for you. Okay, so I hope that's answered your question. Haha, yeah, caught you out sleeping on the job. You're welcome, Suki. It's always amazing connecting with you and chatting with you. Okay, so yeah, I get a sense that there is a lot of generational stuff and ancestral stuff happening with you, Jocelyn. So it definitely is. There's going to be a lot of repairing of ancestral things. So it's about forgiveness, healing, letting go, moving on. So that's also important. It's important to be able to let go and to really just embrace life's wonders, the good and the bad and things like that. And sometimes it takes a while for people to repair it. And maybe it's not even your responsibility to repair an estrangement between somebody else in your family. Okay, it's their issue, it's not yours. So it's about, as long as you're repairing, I don't know if it's as long as it's you that's repairing your relationship with that person, it's not your responsibility to repair it for them and somebody else within the family, like your mum and your aunt. They have to fix their own stuff. As long as you have a good relationship with both those people, or work on that relationship with both of them, then that's fine. But it's not your responsibility to fix it. It's their karmic journey that they have to take. Okay, so I hope that's helped you. Right, any other questions? So you put that, yeah. So I kind of get a sense that, sometimes it's difficult. Families can be very tricky, and you have to be very patient with it. So it just feels like you need to just take some time. So it's just about calling on the angels to guide you through this and to give you the comfort and strength that you need going forward. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to do a little unicorn card, and we'll see what the angels have to say. Okay. So the unicorn card for everybody tonight is Wish Upon a Star. And it says, make a wish and expect the very best. So for me, I'm making a wish for everybody that all their dreams come true, that all your expectations are met, and that the journey that you take is the one that you expect and want going forward. That's always very important, is that we always make sure that we have the very best from life. And it's so important. It's important that, when we wish for something and we embrace it and we bring it into fruition, it's important to know that it carries a lot. It carries a lot of energy and weight to it. So when we send it out to the universe, and I send it to every single one of you tonight, I send you this wish that all those magical things that you've ever wanted in your life, I sprinkle that fairy dust on you and I allow it to manifest for you. So now is the time for us to really manifest our dreams and desires going forward. So that is the magical unicorn card for tonight. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm not very one for showing much affection or receiving it. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And I do feel as if there are going to be lots of positive changes for everybody going forward. So just keep going in the right direction. Right. So it is going to be a little bit shorter tonight. And I'm going to be on again next week, Friday. And I won't be solo. I will have next week's guest is going to be best-selling author Michael Edward Bradford. He is an intuitive, and he's written several books on healing and intuition. And we were talking about his latest book on intuition. So I'd love you all to join me with him live next week, same time, same place next week. And I just wish everybody lots of love going forward. So I wish you all a pleasant evening, and just be patient, be kind, be gentle, and be magical. So thank you all very much for joining me, and I wish you a blessed weekend ahead, and we'll chat soon. Thanks for joining me. Good night, everybody. Good night.